Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Wednesday, May 7th is today, 2025. Boko Haram terrorists have killed an army captain in Izge community of Gwoza local government area of Borno State. The terrorists who struck in the early hours of Wednesday also killed a soldier. Now, Boko Haram is warning Nigerian government. Boko Haram is warning Nigeria government. And what are they warning them of? Yesterday, the Senate and also House of Rep, chambers, they discussed on how they will have a security meeting. However, I personally have accused federal government officials that are sponsoring all this insecurity in Nigeria. If you ask me what is your evidence, I can talk from now till tomorrow to show you evidence. And the evidence is not far from you. The evidence are in the videos of the national televisions. Go and listen to what senators are saying, how they imported terrorists, how they form Boko Haram, how they do this, how they do that. Just because Nigerians, especially the youth, they are not interested in the news. They are interested in entertainment, why their homes are being invaded and their people are being killed. So Boko Haram is warning them, how dare you talk about insecurity in the chamber? How dare you talk about a security summit? Because of that, your army captain is going to go. And they kill the army captain. Nigeria is a very, controversial country. I don't just know the adjective I will use to qualify Nigeria. Because this is not a nation. This is not a nation at all. Where the government knows the pains and the problems of the people, and they are still putting fuel inside the fire to consume the people, and you claim to be representing the people. Now, let us understand how this attack happened. Confirming the incident, the Emir of Gwoza, His Royal Highness Alhaji Mohammed Shehu Timta, said the assailants stormed the area around 1 a.m. and engaged the troops. It is true that my people in Israel community came under Boko Haram attack around 1 a.m. Unfortunately, a captain and a soldier paid the supreme price. So Boko Haram don't turn to equipment. People, when they talk something, they go do them. They say they go buy a captain. It never reach 24 hours, they do them. And these are the people who are bent to Islamizing this country. If we are talking about Islamization, a lot of people always misunderstand us. Islamization they are talking about is all about all these insurgents and their sponsors. Like Boko Haram said that our aim is to make sure we bring the Islamization to full country Nigeria. We don't believe in Western culture. We don't believe in Western education. That is it, Boko Haram. Western education is a sin. So if someone in government is sponsoring such a person, then why is it that people get angry and deny when we talk about the Islamization of Nigeria? Because they have tools. Talk about Mahmuda, Nakurawa, Iswap, Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, and so on and so forth. All these people are just their wings. But one purpose. Now, it continues. It says, but our Ghanaian troops, the civilian JTF, hunters, vigilantes, and the resilient community members also killed the terrorists. The terrorists abandoned their weapons, overturned motorcycles, and they are still on the run while being trailed by our security men, he said. Kudos to them. Do you now understand? Forget about all these JTF, all these troops that are saying they attack them. Once you see community people, you see vigilante there, you know that they must kill the terrorists. Have you ever seen any operation that army solo went and always attack and kill terrorists? Of course I have seen, but they are not many. They are not many. If it is only Nigerian army that went to this operation, you will not see that they killed any terrorists. Your guess is good as mine. Now, he prayed for the souls of those that lost their lives and commended the Ghana soldiers for coordinating other security operatives to repair the attack. And while he is thanking the soldiers, I'm also thanking the good ones in them. I'm also thanking the good police one in them, but God will punish all those Boko Haram soldiers. God will punish them. Now, say, may Allah grant the departed souls Jannatu Firdaus. Our Ghana men are still in the bush, sacrificing their lives to maintain peace in the society, he said. He also thanked the Borno State Governor, Professor Babagana Omar Zulum, for the logistic support to the security operatives while calling on the federal government to equip security operatives with technology, co-warfare. Northeast has come under a series of attacks under Boko Haram's renewed onslaught. On Saturday, Boko Haram terrorists attacked the 27th Task Force Brigadier Buni Yadi Jugba, local government area of Yobe State, killing at least 4 soldiers and destroying many operational equipment. The attack happened less than 24 hours after the Northeast Governors Forum met in the state capital, Damaturu, and adopted a multi-dimensional approach to tackle insurgency in the region. Buni Yadi is located about 65 kilometers from Yobe State capital and is the country's home of the state governor, Mai Manda Buni. The latest attack comes 2 weeks after President Bola Tinubu charges service chiefs to end killings. And in the House today, in the House of Rep today, this is what people are crying for.
My name, I represent...
Dr. Zainab will allow you to speak. We only take one more. And I think since you are from Borno, let's allow you the person. Doctor? But you're from the same state. I'm not sure you're going to speak on the same subject matter.
I'm a Baba, my name.
Go ahead.
I represent the extremely displaced and highly victimized constituency of Chibok, Dambua, and Goza. Mr. Speaker, honorable members on record, including the 82 not yet recovered Chibok girls. Mr. Speaker, I'm talking as a victim of the recent resurgence of an insurgent of Boko Haram. I was in my constituency on Saturday to sympathize, to condole with the people that lost their lives as a result of this sporadic, uninterrupted attacks in my constituency. In Pulka constituency, part of my constituency, 10 peasant farmers who went out to scavenge for what we call firewood. Peasant farmers were slaughtered by Boko Haram members, and 5 are still at large and 3 are critically ill in the hospital. In Chibok, 14 peasant farmers were attacked in their community. In less than a blink of an eye, they reduced 14 people to none. As they are running, these people are running with their brand new motorcycles, using brand new AK-47s to kill people while they are running for their own lives. In Isge, I lost 2 military men, a captain and a senior officer, as a result of Boko Haram insurgent. In Kamburu, I lost 2 men and 1 military officer as a result of Boko Haram insurgents. In Wajiroko, I lost so many constituents. We lost so many constituents because Boko Haram is using armed drones. Let it be on record. They are using armed drones, weaponized drones, which the Nigerian army is not using. In other words, they are more sophisticated and advanced than the Nigerian army. Lastly, I lost people in Wajiroko. We lost people in Wajiroko as a result of Boko Haram insurgents. This is the few I can give you, just a tip of an iceberg as far as my constituency is concerned. I observe one thing. Boko Haram is fast coming back, worse than what we had in the past. Take it or leave it. Boko Haram, ISWAP, or whatever name you call them, they are coming back. Let us do something serious in order not to come back, go back to our days when 22 local governments out of 27 local governments of Borno were occupied by Boko Haram. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we should be complacent. Rome used to be the greatest empire on the world. But it was destroyed by the complacency of the Romans because of their inability to take things serious, to deal with their enemies. So as I'm speaking to you, personnel, there are no Nigerian army personnel. They don't have enough personnel to face these boys. That is the truth. They are committed. They are very strong in their own stand. But unfortunately, they don't have enough personnel and equipment to face the Bokoharam. I have seen it. Nobody reported it to me because I went to my constituency on Saturday.